Are we drinking the rainbow?
Princess of the Bay here. Today we're at EPCOT for the International Festival of the Arts. Call it iFarts, call it farts. Just don't call us not drinking the drinks. As your number one choice of foodie infotainment, we're here to drink all the things so you don't have to. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Don't drink paint.
It's time to foodie and chill.
Yes, I'm holding all the cards and I'm cheating this year. We have the Crooked Can Brewing Company Fantasia Fusion IPA. Still too long. Do I love Fantasia, the movie? I don't know about this drink. I don't really like EPAs, but I try the EPAs, so you don't have to. So hopefully it's a fantastic fusion.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. We haven't been able to stop this the movie. Don't judge me. That's actually not bad. It's giving me terrapin, the crunkles that I get at Trader Sam's, but a little bit more bitter, a little less of that like flavorful punch. But actually rather drinkable for an IPA. That is actually a fantastic fusion. I would give that a 3.75 out of 5 claws. I could not drink a full-size one, but this, finish it easy.
But not a Fantastic Four?
Not a Fantastic Four. A fantastic 3.75.
Von Trapp Brewing is always vegan, so I get to have one drink in the flight. Oh. I think this is a Pilsner? Is it Pilsner? Yeah, it's a Pilsner. It tastes a little on the hoppy side for me. It's almost like borderline IPA in my opinion, like a soft IPA, if that's a thing. Not for me. I would give it a 2.5 out of 5 beers. I think if you like those like floral, like heavy floral beers, you'll love this one.
Von Trapp Brewing, is it a trap? Could be a trap. But look the trap. Looks inviting. I want to dive in it. Go one of those beer spas in it even. Definitely a Pilsner. Has that familiar journey across the taste buds. That's okay. I think it's an acquired taste. It's a good taste, but not a good beer. I would not. I don't think I'd even do a 6. I would only drink this in the flight. I don't know if I would drink this normally. Kind of rough. It's getting rougher. Ooh. Cardboard aftertaste. I don't like that. I don't like it at all, actually. 2.25 out of 5 claws. It was indeed a trap. So the only beer in this fight I was actually looking forward to is the Southern Tier Brewing Company Caramel Cookie Bar Imperial Stout. Again, far too long. This one does have dairy in it, so vegans obviously avoid, and those of you dairy free also be aware of that. But caramel cookie, now you have my attention. Oh my God. I want an IV bag of this. This feels like a second Christmas in January. You get nice deep hit of the caramel while still very much tasting like a beer. I even like it feels a little salted even. Like that is delicious. That's better than any caramel coffee I've ever had at Starbucks or Joffrey's. That is a 5 out of 5 claws. That is on the embarrassed essays list. That is absolutely delicious. It's caramel like me. Well, I'm a little darker than that.
We love a good champagne, especially when it's vegan, and I can actually call this one a champagne because it's from Champagne, France. It's very bright and crisp, and there's a reason why it's set apart from everything else. I love this. I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5 champagnes.
Few things in life more artsy than walking around looking at art with a glass of champagne. Ooh, crisp, sharp, tart, but not harsh on the palate. Very like front of the tongue bubbles. I like that. I feel light. I feel sophisticated. I feel like I could stare at a painting for like 10 minutes and not figure out anything. That's what the champagne is for. 4 out of 5 plus.
So we have the one vegan thing that you can get at Pop Eats is a beer. Oh God. Oh, this is terrible. I'm glad I took a small sip because this is one of the hoppiest IPAs I've had in a while. I would give this a 2 out of 5 beers. Only get this beer if you like a hoppy beer.
I don't know if this is Pop Eat's way of telling us that real artists drink the worst of the IPAs. Something about the experience in your taste buds. Maybe you just feel like you just lick this here wall in the background. I, on the other hand, do not. But we try it so you don't have to. You know, you drink some things and you feel like the only flavor profile that you have is pain. I get nothing from this. It's just hops. I'm not getting any sort of like coriander or any other flavors from it. It's literally just like hops, barley, whatever. It's giving nothing. It's giving no feedback, no joy. I don't love this. 2 out of 5 plus. So the Whole Hog Brewing Raspberry Chalet Double Radler. I'm sure I butchered that, but I'm still trying. Whole Hog, unfortunately for this one, is unconfirmed. So done for the Princess. All for me. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. Every time I say it, it still feels like the 90s Three Musketeers, and I'm okay with that. Not bad. A little sweet, not overly sweet. It feels almost like a juice itself, more than a Radler. But it's tasty enough for me to drink this. I don't want to drink the whole thing, but I'll do this at the very least. I give that 3.5 out of 5 plus.
I got a Brut, and this is one of the few vegan drinks at the Canada booth. The red wine that they have there does contain animal fighting agents, so definitely avoid that. And the frozen one with the nail is chocolate, so there's dairy in that. Just stick with the champagne if you're going to come here. They don't have collective arts this time. Cheers. It's a little bitter, not as like bright as a traditional champagne. But I like it. I would give it a 4 out of 5 Bruts.
A brute, but not brutal. Not like these birds. They are hella aggressive this year. I don't know if it's because Refreshment port is closed for refurbishment, but they are greedy. They want everything. They're flying up on the table. They're fighting with each other. Maybe they've had too much to drink. I haven't, though. It's both sweeter and more tart than I was expecting. Interesting though, it's got some nice layers to it. It feels like something celebratory. I do love my Canadian, so to them then. I give that 4 out of 5 plus.
my one vegan item at the France booth is this Brut. It seems to be that I am on a champagne kick for Festival of the Arts. I guess that's what the rainbows are. Figment likes the bubblies, maybe? I don't know. This is nice. Smooth, light, crisp. I could probably have a couple glasses of this. This would be good for like mimosa replacement. I would give it a 4 out of 5 champagnes, Bruts, whatever.
They're bubbly in France. I'm almost afraid to know how much this costs because wines here in the France Pavilion can be rather expensive. We paid $59, $49 for a Dom here before.
That was Dom though.
But things do have prices here. Big ones. Ooh. Crisp. Back of the mouth. Very smooth. I was expecting it to be a lot more harsh. Drinkable and tingly. I like it. 3.75 out of 5 claws. A nice semi-frozen Chambord cocktail. Chambord's not vegan, so known for the princess. It was frozen, but just like Florida, these things, short shelf life. You know, I was expecting this to be much worse. Chambord's a weird thing. Like, too much is too much, too little is too little. This is just right. That's even still cold. I'd give that 3.75 out of 5 claws.
All the ways we IPA. This one smells hoppy and like the floral hoppy. Wow, it's almost like a cucumber flavor to it. It's very like fresh and bright and sweet and not as like floral or hoppy that you would expect from an IPA. It's very nice.
You get melon in there? Melon?
Melon? Sure, yeah, I could taste melon. I give it 4 out of 5 beers. This is surprisingly good. I would say this is probably my favorite IPA I've ever had in my life.
This little tiny cup of amber liquid is the Crooked Can Brewing Wasabi IPA. Now this one is vegan. Wasabi is the one that is the only reason I'm trying this. There's absolutely no reason for me to want to drink more IPAs than humanly possible. I've licked enough tree bark in my life, so I'm hoping this is going to be a good one. It is the interestingly complex creation of beer. It is a little bit bitter, but it's got this sort of like back end flavor that sort of balances out, and then at the same time it's a little fruity, which I wasn't expecting. And yes, am I holding the beer weird? But yes, I've seen a little bit too much Death Note. I will hold dainty cups as dainty as I feel like for the rest of my life. It's an okay IPA. I probably couldn't do with an entire 12 ounce of it, but I will probably finish this without too much issue. I'll give this 3.5 out of 5 claws. This extremely innocent-looking cup of artful liquid is the Yuzu Pineapple Punch. It is a soju-based drink with flavors of yuzu, obviously, and pineapple. This one is also vegan, but I'm not going to torture the princess with having to consume copious amounts of pineapple in our presence. Ooh, that smells good. That feels like a cold crystal spring with some like Japanese instruments playing in the background, maybe some leaves falling from the sky. I think I just want to play a video game.
Okami?
Okami? Ooh, Okami. This does taste like Okami. This is a 4.5 out of 5 claws. This is delicious and I want more of it. Jug, please. Just like America wants to be old-fashioned, we have this old-fashioned ale here in the American Pavilion for the Festival of the Arts. Is this a masterpiece or will it be an artistic monstrosity? I'm leaning towards the latter, but we'll find out. That is a powerful boy. Powerful boy. Think like a Kentucky bourbon barrel with spiked with a little bit of alcohol. You can taste that like this has been brewed in like some old-fashioned barrel, so it's got that sharp aftertaste, and it is a rough go of it. It's drinkable, but sip slow. I'm glad I only got 6 ounces. I don't think I can handle very much more. I give that 3.5 out of 5 claws. So Refreshment Outpost this year, another new beverage, the Wicked Weed Berliner. Now Wicked Weed beers are unconfirmed vegan, so I have to drink this incredibly tall cup of liquid hops by myself. Cry for me. We've cried enough. Ooh. I've always maintained if you want an actual good beverage during an EPCOT Festival, the first place you should check, sometimes the only place you should check, is the Refreshment Outpost. Not only are a majority of the craft beers that they get delicious, there's usually some surprises, and they're actually tall. No short man syndrome beers here.
Oh.
I would give that 4.25 out of 5 claws. Short people, you're fine. You're short kings, all of you. Queens, they and none of them. I love you. Matcha invades all the things with this matcha-rita. I feel like a classy bro now. All I need is a quarter zip and maybe a nicer pair of shoes. Not at the park though. Don't wear nice shoes at the park. Wear comfortable shoes to the park. But I do love matcha. I was going to straw this. Now I'm just going to get all foamy up in the mouth. Now there is milk foam in here, so I have to get a magic pill. Don't worry, I'm not going to keel over the fence.
I would do a straw.
I'm not sure why that works, but it does. I need another sip.
Mosquito it.
Matcha is the absolute last thing that I would have thought to put in a margarita. With that earthiness combined with tequila and like the sweetness of it, somehow it works. It's like a really mild margarita. And there's matcha, it's like matcha light, not matcha heavy. I can do this. You know, I just need a coffee cup and a, turtleneck or a quarter zip. The figgy quarter zip is in the car. 4 out of 5 claws.
This is the one vegan thing at the Mexico booth. All of the other drinks are vegan. Well, I guess the craft beer isn't vegan, but the other margarita is not vegan. So, and they're not doing modifications at the booth. So, a mezcal margarita, I will not be mad at. This salt was actually painted on by sugar, like a melted sugar syrup. Oh God. It's like mezcal and sugar. Ugh. If I wanted a 16.75. I didn't realize I paid $16.75 for this drink. I could easily go to Troza and get a drink twice as large as this one that tastes better. Ew. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 margaritas. This is far from perfect margarita.
A $16.75 Festival booth margarita is definitely a recession indicator if a Disney adult has ever seen one, but you had me at pear. And I am willing to pay top dollar for our margaritas. I don't know why, all tequila tastes the same to me. Française is the one with the sophisticated tequila palate. To me, it's all paid. Give a little stir here, just in case. Oh my god. It's like cough syrup with mezcal. I mean, I'm gonna drink it. We don't waste alcohol here, but I mean, maybe as a shot, as a drink, it's terrible. 1.5 out of 5 plus. There better be some effects.
The only vegan thing at Fictional Victuals, that's a little difficult to say. The only vegan thing is this beer. It is a red beer, Rose Garden red beer. So we are painting the roses red with beer. Oh. Well, it's actually not terrible despite my face that I made. It's actually giving me vibes of like Victory Golden Monkey, but like a red ale version of like a Victory Golden Monkey. So it tastes like it's kind of a strong beer, like the kind that you would get in like one of those smaller cups if you were at like a yard house or something. I like it. I would give it a 3.5 out of 5 beers. It's probably going to be donated to the Bank of Bear though.
So a Rose Garden red, we like a themed beverage, and a themed beer is no different. We will drink all the things. We do this so you don't have to, because what if it's gross? What if it's worth a 12 ounce? What if we ordered a 6 and it wasn't enough? These are all questions that need to be answered. So why not us? Ooh. It is giving me like the flavor complexity of like a Victory Golden Monkey, but it's very much still like a red ale. But you know how you get like the red ales where they like really hang in your mouth and it's like all bitterness afterwards? This sort of levels it out, so it makes it like a very drinkable beer. I think the Irish would steal this. I like this. I'd give this 4.5 out of 5 plus. We have consumed the things in the light of Festival of the Arts.
I do feel like we kind of sold ourselves a little bit short on the drinks this year, but it's a short festival, so it's okay to sell ourselves short this year. We're not gonna like destroy our bodies for every festival.
The moral of the story is to do the festivals at your own pace. I know it's very easy to come in here and want to do everything, but you need to take time to enjoy the sights, take in the art, the activities, are 50% of the reason why you want to come to these festivals to begin with. Now,
I personally cannot think of a favorite drink, or I think my least favorite drink was that IPA that I didn't like, but I can't think of a favorite. Do you have a favorite, least favorite? Does anything stand out to you? Because I feel like no.
Nothing was really amazing this year. There's like not really any standouts. A lot of the cocktails that we did have were very syrupy. The beers were okay, but nothing like I need to run out and like get some of this for the house. And that hurts my heart. Usually I'll find like one beer that I want to try to track down. This year, not so much. But there are other festivals to do, and as your number one choice of food and entertainment, we're going to do them all. So if there's anything else that you want to see us do, as always, the comments, like that place down there, is the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And you know, if you don't comment, Barry might just become one with the lake and like just be a lake bear and then never do a food review because he's always in the lake.
I'm your creature in the lake now. But you heard the girl.